Here is the traffic bucket. Here is the traffic bucket office. This is where everyone starts. So hi guys, here it is Omega once again, and you know what time it is. Behind me is traffic bucket, the office of the traffic bucket that conducts the practical test and theory test for driver's license. Today I have decided to make a video of real driving routes here in Jönköping. During my own time, it was pretty difficult for me because I would have wanted to see the real driving routes, to know how to prepare and to practice on those driving routes. There were no videos on YouTube during my own time, and today I have decided to make one of these videos. I tried 3 times, and I would show all these 3 times, and it was in the 3rd attempt that I managed, not that I passed the practical test. So today I am going to show you the real driving route here in Jönköping. So these are the cars that they have for the driving test. So this is a Volvo XC40, but during my own time I drove, let me see if I could find those cars here. That was a Volvo XC90. That was what I drove. It was quite a modern car. At that time I was practicing with an old Volkswagen Touran. That was around 2004 model. That was what I was practicing with at home at the time, and going to drive those XC90s Volvo, very new modern cars, and the first time I couldn't even know how to handle it. So today I will be driving with my own car here, which is a Opel Zafira. So this is the car I would be using to do the test. Would have to set the camera right. Good. So now I will show the first driving route that the traffic inspector took me on. So we go. First thing, they would have to ask you to feel comfortable in the car, ask any kind of question that you need to ask, put in your seat belt, check your driving position, check your rear view mirrors and side mirrors. And at the time I watched a lot of videos and read a lot of things. They said you have to check the tires, check the oil and the engines, and they'll point out things. No one asked me that. The guy, they said it's a modern car, it checks, it does that for itself. So now I will take you to the first driving route. Let's go. I go on reverse. We go. Leaving traffic bucket office, and here you have to go on 1 because it's still in the parking area, and he told me to go left. When I got here, I had to pick on the blinkers, traffic gators, and I went left. And here he told me to go, as you can see on the post, you come, you check, and you go. Then he asked me to take Ifira not from here, and this is Ifira not. Maintain the speed limit, it's 80. Asked me to take Vägen. Speed limit is 40. Speed limit here is 70. And we are going Vägen. This is called a landweg. Maintaining the speed limit 70. We are approaching 90 speed limit. My first trial, it was pretty uncomfortable. I didn't know what I was doing that day. But I just maintained my calm and was driving. Speed limit is still 90 here. This is called Vägen. It's a landsweg. I think in Nigeria they call it Trunk C, a local government road. Trunk C, I believe. Countryside roads. It's quite fast, even though it is 90. Still 90. On my first attempt, my first practical test, I was not saying anything to the woman. I wasn't saying nothing. I didn't know what I was doing. I knew I could drive. but I was quite nervous at that time. Yeah, I forgot the guy, the first guy. It's a man, not a woman. Sorry, guys. It was a man. So I was just fumbling with the car that day, and to me, I was like, this guy would say I was a shitty guy. So he told me to follow the Rookberry Road to go right. And here is 60, quite fast. And he asked me to go right as well to Rookberry. No cars, cleared. When I got here, he told me to turn wherever I feel comfortable. So I went into this church here. I didn't know if I did it well. I'm sure I didn't do it well, but I would go in here. Today I did it perfectly, but it wasn't what I did that day. I was really stressed. So I went into this church, turned, and when you come to a stop sign, you have to stop. No matter if there are oncoming cars or no oncoming cars, when you get there, stop is stop. Then navigate and start. What I'm driving, it's a manual, and that's what it's more common here in Sweden. And it's really nice. It feels like you're communicating with the car. So when I turned, I keep on going. When they say nothing, you continue. So I went back to the route that I came. 90 road, go so fast. Back to Jönköping. he asked me to overtake a truck. I told him I couldn't see my front, and I was like messing up with the gears. What he did was he helped me, and at that point I knew there was no way I could pass that test at the moment, because I couldn't overtake the truck that was in front of me, which was pretty easy on the hill. Well, I was nervous, and to me, I knew, I felt it, I was still going. So you would have to be careful and try as much as you can not to allow the inspector, the traffic inspector, to help you, because whenever they help you, it's a no-no, and you are not passing that day. You have to try another day. Real driving routes here in Jönköping. Well, during the time it was around autumn that I started trying to pass the practical test. Today it's a sunny summer weather. At that period it was rainy and getting towards the autumn. Then he told me to turn right here. When I got to this, he told me to turn right. Now it's 70, as you could see. It just jumped to 40 straight, and here it's the residential area. 40 is 40, and you have to be mindful of what is happening in front of you and behind you. Watch for the pedestrians. I was still nervous. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just holding the steering. And I could remember that here I was just driving in the middle of the road. Yes, in the middle of the lane, the double lane, I was just driving here. So what he told me was to go left, and he asked me to turn right again. You can see I turned right. Then he asked me to go into the parking. I think I chose the other parking. Yes, this one. He asked me to choose any parking of my choice. And you are free to park right as well. So if you are not right, so, and he told me reverse. left the parking area. I didn't reverse pretty well that day, and it asked me to go right here. Still 40 speed limit. Then he asked me to find my way back to their office. That day it was pretty busy. So this is back to the office. Road, we go on 5 here, then ask me back to their office, which is via Centrum. And it asked me to take A6 center, O6 center, cadet wagen. Here is 40. If you can see, if you look further, you would see the white building, which is their office. So we are going back. At this moment, I knew I didn't pass. Because I wasn't driving well at all. So he asked me to go in. Back to the office and park. To be frank, that day, quite honestly, I didn't even care how I parked. I just parked anyhow. So It took 45 minutes for the driving, and now it took me 25 minutes to do the 45 minutes, because before we started, he had to give me some tips, and that was what took some time. And when we came in, he had the time to show me what I did wrong and what I didn't do perfectly.